Today is Thursday, September 26th. Good morning from the Civic Media News Desk. I'm Joanne Krulotz. The U.S. Federal Reserve recently made a 0.5% cut on interest rates last week. Kristen Ambus of Point Mortgage in Appleton said people were surprised that mortgage rates didn't come down with the announcement of the rate cut.
People correlate the mortgage rate with the Federal Reserve rate, and so they thought, oh my gosh, rates are going to fall by 0.5%. That did not happen. Rates were left relatively unchanged. So that's kind of the surprise to people.
She notes interest rates are not the same as mortgage rates.
The mortgage rates will follow the Federal Reserve, but it's not a direct indicator of a mortgage rate. It's a direct indicator on the rates that the banks are borrowing at. So that's coming down. But remember, the bank is going to add 2 to 3% so that they can make money. So that's where the mortgage rates are going to be.
She said the mortgage rates will start to come down, but she advises people to watch out for predatory lenders who may try to pressure you into refinancing. Governor Tony Evers, together with the Wisconsin Housing and Economic Development Authority, announced the new More Like Home Repair and Renew loan program to help owners of older homes make critical repairs and improvements that increase energy efficiency, safety, and security. The More Like Home Repair and Renew loan program is the fourth and final program to emerge from the historic $525 million housing legislation signed into law by Governor Evers last year. The More Like Home Repair and Renew loan program provides low-interest loans between $5,000 and $50,000 to owners of houses more than 40 years old. Homeowners can use these loans to finance crucial structural repairs and energy efficiency updates such as roofing, insulation, plumbing, electrical, heating, and air conditioning. Loans are available through WIDA's participating lenders. More information about the More Like Home Repair and Renew loan program is available at morelikehomeloan.wida.com. The Wisconsin Department of Natural Resources urges Wisconsinites and state visitors to think twice before giving invasive species or harmful hitchhikers a ride in their firewood this fall. Ahead of National Firewood Awareness Month in October, help the DNR prevent the spread of invasive pests and harmful insects by making smart firewood choices. Tree-killing hitchhikers often lurk on or inside firewood. These include the spongy moth, emerald ash borer, the fungus that causes oak wilt, and many other invasive insects and fungi. Your firewood choices are important, and with good practice, you can help slow the spread of these tree-killing pests and diseases. When untreated, firewood is transported away from the tree where it was harvested. Those pests and fungi can later emerge to attack trees at the new location. This can happen whether that new location is in the next town or hundreds of miles away. This fall, the risk of spreading spongy moth on firewood remains high. Although infestation rates in 2024 were not as high as the record-setting summer of 2023, many areas in the state still saw high caterpillar numbers. That means increased numbers of egg masses and an elevated risk of spreading those egg masses to less infested areas through firewood. Wisconsin has laws to help prevent the movement of spongy moth, focusing on the risk posed by firewood. A state spongy moth quarantine prohibits the movement of firewood and other products that can carry spongy moth eggs to counties on and near Wisconsin's western border or other states where the pest is not established. Uncertified firewood from more than 10 miles away is prohibited from entering state parks, state forest, or other DNR properties. The DNR's Firewood Rules and Resources webpage explains firewood regulations. County, federal, and private campgrounds may have similar firewood restrictions. If moving firewood to or through tribal properties in Wisconsin, contact the tribe and follow its policy on allowable firewood. The Don't Move Firewood website urges people to buy local, burn local. That means purchasing firewood for your camping trip on site instead of bringing it from home or picking it up along the way. To find local firewood sellers and vendors or certified firewood, visit the Firewood Scout website. It's also strongly recommended that campers leave any unused firewood behind. It's not worth bringing a pest home to infest your property. The same guidelines stand for those who use wood to heat their cabin or home. Closer is better. You don't want to put the trees on your property at risk from hitchhiking insects or fungi. However, Firewood that has been treatment certified by the Wisconsin Department of Agriculture, Trade, and Consumer Protection is safe and legal to take anywhere in the state. A longtime frozen food delivery service will shut down its operations in Wisconsin. Cygnus Home Service let the Wisconsin Department of Workforce Development know that in November it will close 8 facilities around the state for Yellow, formerly known as Schwann's Home Delivery. A total of 79 workers will be laid off due to the closures. The company cited pandemic-driven staffing shortages and supply chain disruptions as reasons for the closures. Schwann's began its home delivery business in 1952. A woman who made herself so at home in an apparent stranger's house in Wisconsin that she prepared a shrimp and pasta dinner has been arrested for burglary. Madison police say the person who lives at the house arrived home late Tuesday night to find the lights on and someone inside. The woman was casually walking around inside when officers showed up and ordered her to come to the door. Police said in a report that she told officers that she had permission to be in the house from the resident. She even gave police the resident's name, but officers believe she got that information after going through mail at the home. A study by the Better Business Bureau shows investment scams are on the rise once again. Wisconsin BBB spokeswoman Lisa Schiller says those scams have overtaken online shopping scams in complaints filed. Schiller says victims can lose large sums of money because they're hoping to win big. Anyone trying to offer you a fantastic chance to get in on a new business or new sure thing for your portfolio is likely trying to scam you. If it sounds too good to be true, as ever, it usually is. Nominations are being accepted for the 41st Annual Virginia Hart Special Recognition Award, sponsored by Wisconsin Women in Government. The award recognizes the contribution and achievements of women in the Wisconsin state government. Virginia Hart was Wisconsin's first woman to hold the cabinet secretary position, serving as secretary of the Department of Regulation and Licensing, chairperson of the Department of Industry, Labor, and Human Relations, and chairperson of the Labor and Industry Review Commission. Following her retirement, Ms. Hart's friends and colleagues established a fund in 1983 to annually recognize a woman's contributions to state government. The Virginia Hart Award recognizes women in state service who share the following qualities: esteem from peers, acceptance of responsibility beyond the limits of the nominee's job description, sustained an extraordinary achievement of assigned task, performance recognition from clients, community service, self-improvement, and overcoming hardships to performance. All women employed in state government are eligible, and anyone can make a nomination. Nominations must be submitted by September 27th to Hart Recognition Committee, attention Laurice Lincoln, by email at laurice.lincoln@wisconsin.gov. The winner will receive a reward stipend from the Virginia Hart Fund of the Wisconsin Women in Government Council and will be honored during the awards ceremony at the state capitol on December 6th.